As we are talking about
Here I am.
the
Hi.
superb
Hi,
Oscar
everyone.
Piastri pole position. Congratulations, first of all.
Thank you very
For
much.
Oscar's side of the garage. Talk me through that lap, where he eked that time out. 0.03 seconds of it from Max Verstappen.
Yeah, I think we have seen that in these fast-flowing circuits, the gap between McLaren, Mercedes, and above all, Max, I would say, is not very big. I think we were second in Suzuka and Saudi by around 10 milliseconds, and this time we managed to stay ahead by 30 milliseconds. So it's very tight, which is great for Formula One, isn't it?
It's fantastic.
And I think Oscar actually managed to find this time pretty much everywhere. And I would like to praise his cold blood, I would say. When he found so many cars in the last couple of corners, he could have got a little tense. Will they leave me the gap? Can I stay in the racing line? But we know that Oscar is very good in these situations, and I think he proved that once again.
Cold-blooded Oscar Piastri.
Yeah.
Other side of the garage then, Lando Norris, P4.
Yeah.
Just seen that last run got away from him. Where do you think that went wrong?
I think you are absolutely right. He has been in contention all the way through qualifying with competitive lap times, and then when he came to the last one in which we needed to find that extra tenth, I think we see once again that in this case, when we have to find these extra milliseconds, still the feeling between Lando and the MCL 39 needs some work. So I think that's what's happening, because the loss is distributed across the lap. We are working on that, but I think when it comes to the race pace, that's very strong for Lando. So we look forward to recovering some positions tomorrow.
Oh, we'll see. Thanks so much for your time, Andrea. Congratulations for today for Oscar's pole position. Let's hear from Lando then, shall we?
Hey Lando, obviously,
hello.
Commiserations after quali.
Commiserations.
P4 isn't what you want, even though that's your number. Look, just talk me through how that quali unfolded, why you think you weren't maybe able to extract the maximum from the car in the way you'd want it to.
Yeah, it was good until the final 2 laps. Just not quick enough. That's all.
Not quick enough because you pushed too hard, or you made some mistakes?
No idea.
Or...
The lap time just doesn't come. I just same answers every weekend. I mean, it's a regular thing. So I feel better until I get to it. Obviously, just need to work on it a lot. It's just not good enough.
Tomorrow, race day, pace is generally much better. I know it's hard to overtake around here, but you always get around here. Give you a bit of hope to recover onto the podium?
Yeah, but not a lot. I don't think our pace is that much better. I mean, it's definitely going to be better, I presume, than the others, but yeah, you know, I'm here to win, and now I don't have much of a chance of winning, so if I can get on the podium, that would be nice.
First and foremost, I know you've just been chatting inside to Yuki's doctor. How is Yuki Tsunoda? I'm just so sorry to see such a huge crash for him, and hope he's okay.
Yeah, the main thing is he's fine. So whenever you see an accident like that, it's, you know, cars you can replace and repair, but drivers are their well-being is the most important thing. And he's fine. He's been through the initial checks okay, and they'll do another quick check on him tomorrow. But obviously quite a big accident for him.
And tomorrow, damage to the car, what's things looking like?
That's a different story. So the car, there's quite a lot of repair to do. So whether we'll have to change the chassis or not, I think it's still early. But you know, we need to get the car back and understand what the damage is.
Other side of the garage then, Max Verstappen with a monster lap, 0.03 in it, though, but just behind Oscar Piastri. How did you see that battle for pole?
Well, I think he's, you know, since P3, he would definitely seem to, you know, more comfortable with the car, and, you know, Q1 he was quick, you know, Q2, obviously there was, you know, Colapinto's accident, but then in Q3, again, that first run was top of the times, and it all comes down to that last run, and he was so fast in the first sector. He then picked up a little bit of understeer through sector 2. Maybe there was a little dirt on the circuit, but when it's so fine margin, so to be on the front row so close is still a very strong result.
Yeah, he said it was a good day. Davide?
Yeah, Christian, we saw on the screen that the first sector was mega impressive, the gap between him and everyone else. And then probably in the second sector, too little mistake from the driver, maybe the tires, I don't know. Are you going to battle like Miami or like this season everywhere for the victory tomorrow or no?
Of course, you have to go for it. And, we qualified on the front row. The margins are so fine. And, to 300ths of a second is what probably from me to you in distance. So, he's got a great opportunity tomorrow. Important to get a good start. You can overtake here. We've seen that DRS is quite powerful on the run down to turn one. So look, you got to get your head down and try and get ahead.
Yeah, just 600ths, and actually, you were marginally ahead at the exit of that final corner, just tiny margins. Going into tomorrow, obviously you've got a field of brilliant strategists in your team. I know them all very well. How much did you factor in keeping that new medium tyre for the race start versus potentially running that in the session like George did to kind of get the P3?
Well, we looked at it and we discussed that, let's see how the first run goes on the soft. Maybe we thought the medium would be quicker, that was for sure, because it just is more robust over the entire lap. Now, you only have one of them, and all the top tier, it was only Aston Martin that took two into qualifying. So what you use today costs you tomorrow. So, that was a debate. The first run, we were sitting on the provisional pole. Max was reasonably happy with the car. We decided not to burn that tire today, but keep it in the rack for tomorrow. And I think, we need every bit of performance to try and take on the McLarens tomorrow.
Yeah, I did on the same thing. Thanks, Christian.
No, there you go.
Christian, final question, just slightly off topic from qualifying. We've seen at Alpine, they've obviously lost their team principal. Ollie Oakes has resigned due to personal reasons. There have been a fair few rumours swirling about your own future, and I'm sure you're going to rebut them to us now. But how much of an impact does that have on the team stability coming into a race weekend with that kind of thing flying around? And what can you tell us about it?
Well, zero, because the problem is there's a rumour starts on an internet site in somewhere obscure, and then it gathers momentum, and then people want to get clicks and this and that and the other. I think we've been around far too long to pay any attention to this stuff. And, we're here 400 races for the team, for me as the team leader. And, everybody's just looking forward. So we don't pay any attention to idle gossip on the internet.
Thanks very much, Christian.
Thank you.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
As ever, thank you.